Number one, Russ is on the verge of passing Mark Jackson and Steve Nash for fifth all time in assists. Just wonder, like, in your mind, like, where does he rank all time among point guards in this league?
I mean, he's right up there at the top, man. He's a special player. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody that plays with the force and physicality and just to. I was talking to Woody, and he looked at the number and he was like, he scored 27,000 points. I was like, yeah, that's a lot of points. But then you talk about the assists, you talk about the MVP, you talk about triple doubles for a whole season. I mean, when you go down the line, a generational, very, very special player and a special person.
And then, Fox is back tonight, second time, I think, since the trade. Like, how special, like is his place in franchise history here?
I mean, to be such a high draft pick and to go through everything, get to the playoffs, all the different things that he did. I mean, always, I think you hold players like that in a very, very high regard, no doubt.
What was the experience like working with Fox? Fox. Watching him progress. And level it up. Every year and just working hard to get where he's at.
It was, because I got to see him from a bunch of different vantage points. I wasn't a coach when he first started, so I got to call his games and see him on a night-to-night basis, and a lot of different incredible calls that we had. Then got to watch him work as a coach, which was, incredible to when you watch a player work and then you see them work on different aspects. And part of his was working on his shooting and different things like that, and then watch it translate. It's always really nice because being a player, I know how difficult that is, and you put your heart and soul into stuff, and when it starts to manifest, um, it's work well done.
Kind of to that point, just what do you make of his fit so far, especially with this team now with the Spurs that kind of climbed the ladder a bit?
Yeah, they got a lot of really good players. Yeah, I mean, it's been seamless from a lot of different areas. I mean, watching him defensively, um, even the ability to continue to score, but then running the show and pushing the ball up the court, and then finding the rhythm to allow Castle and those guys to do their thing. Like that's a hell of a ball club.
Doug, going back to your guys' game in San Antonio a handful of weeks back, I know Max and Wimby are obviously very familiar with each other from the time in France, but it stood out to me how confident Max was going up against one of the best already in the world at that position. What did you make of or learn about Max from that matchup? And as a player, how do you put aside the status, and when you know a guy so well, you just go one on one out?
I mean, whether you know him or you don't know him, I mean, you're not afraid of the smoke. So that for me was like, oh, okay, you about that life? Okay, I'm with that. Was proud of him the way that he played and attacked, because sometimes people play buddy ball, and I definitely tell them we don't do that. So we can be friends afterwards. And I thought that he played as hard as he could, competed at a high level. The moment wasn't too big for him. He made mistakes. He kept on playing. Like, those are the things that we want to see out of a young player as they continue to evolve.
Doug, this being your first full season, when you look down the bench and you have 8 players, or like tonight, you might have 9 or 10. Is it easier to coach a game where you have 8 or 9 available versus having 15 and having to figure out who's playing and who's not?
In some regards, it is, because the rotations kind of dictate themselves. So it's you only have so many options in certain. I mean, even in the last game, we get in foul trouble and different stuff. So, but there's you got DeAndre and you got Keegan and you got so, you got a lot of points, and Zach, you got them all sitting over there. So would you rather have them all available? Yes, but at the same time, I so love and respect our players that are in uniform, that compete. As I mentioned to you, DeMar comes straight off the plane and goes and gets therapy. Like, that for me is everything, because you're not letting go of the rope. You're continuing to compete. You're coming out and fighting at a really, really high level. And there's a respect and a foxhole thing for your teammates that you have to have. It's a must because this game is not hard. It's not easy, and the competition that you're playing against, I don't care what team it is high level and is very difficult. So to continue to fight is a big thing.
Hey Doug,
Mm.
you a March Madness guy?
I mean, yes, but I have a job, so.
Safe to say you're not filling out a brand.
No, I mean I might, but I'll just maybe just let my dog walk on it, and whatever happens, happens.
I think mine too as well. I was gonna say, is there anybody that you keep your eye on who might win this year?
As far as winning it,
Yeah.
I've seen actually a handful of games, and because I'm watching certain players and just checking out people. I don't have a prediction, but whatever Ghost steps on, that'll be the pick. Yes. We good?
Last thing for Doug.
In the back.
Doug, yeah.
Okay.
Mitch Johnson, yourself, a couple of Seattle guys.
Yeah.
Coaching on the sidelines tonight. Any thoughts on just having any kind of observations about his rise and his high school career, 2 state championships, you won 1?
Yeah.
Thoughts on what Seattle has done as a city, the impact?
Yeah. O'Day had been a bit of a powerhouse for a second. It's not Rainier Beach, but okay, let's establish that. Watching Mitch's pops, John Johnson, as a kid, and then seeing him, he goes to Stanford, and then once I saw him on the sideline, we talked when he was assistant. So to watch him continue to grow has been, anybody from the 206 that is doing something, I try to always have love and respect because, you're coming from that area, and he's done a marvelous job, man. I mean, people was like, oh, it's a great team, but coaching great players gives you a whole different set of circumstances and things. And I just think everything that he's done, the poise that he's shown as he's ascended, I think that he's done it in a really beautiful manner. And how he goes about coaching those guys, I really love it. It's not Rainier Beach. Let's be clear.
You said that.
I did say that, and I'll stand on that. Okay.
Thanks, Josh.